Don't tell us I did that on the sofa. Hello and welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Welcome to my new watch, Wahoo ELEMNT Rival. So for the last 5 years or so, I've been using this, my Garmin 920 XD. Bought it obviously yonks ago, used it absolutely fine, great, loved it, out with the old. I've been wanting a new watch for a while. That watch is absolutely capable, probably does everything I need it to, but you know, as technology's moved on, things do things a lot smarter. So I thought, you know what, when something new comes out, I'm going to buy it. Couldn't bring myself to spend the amount of money that a 945 XT is, but when the Wahoo watch was rumoured and then announced, I couldn't resist jumping on it. So from the outset, I don't have a partnership with Wahoo. They're not giving me this for free. I'm not obliged to say anything good about this at all. Not because I wanted to be absolutely genuine in how I review this watch, but because I asked and they said no. So, you know, no beef, whatever. But yeah, just meant I had to buy one. So, Wahoo ELEMNT Rival, £360, smartwatch, multisport watch, triathlon watch, Wahoo's first foray into the multisport world. I hope I don't need that. I have already sort of unboxed this earlier, so I know what I'm doing now. I forgot I was a YouTuber. But essentially, yeah, it's £360. It has got all the functionality that the Garmin 920 XT has and more. Let's take that off. And yeah, let's have a look at it. So as you can see, it is round. It is anthracite grey. The strap is rubber. It's got a optical heart rate monitor on the on the back of the watch, which goes on the back of your hand. You can change the display. You can change all the settings, and it's pretty straightforward. Weight-wise, I'd say it's very similar to my Garmin, if not a little bit lighter. I think it looks really sleek. Like I would wear that. I mean, I'd wear that one to any sort of work meetings or whatever. But you could definitely wear this as a casual watch, and people wouldn't really know that it's like a multisport watch, which is good, isn't it? There's loads of different adjustments on the strap, so there's really like each hole is like a tiny bit different, so you can really find that one that is right for you. The strap is rubber, so it feels like it's versatile. With the 920, the ones that are like plasticky, I had a few of them split, whereas the like silicone rubber one seems to fit well. It might not be silicone, I might be making it up, but it's just rubber. The actual setup of this device, I used the Wahoo ELEMNT app. It was very straightforward. I'm quite familiar with the Wahoo way of synchronizing and using things on the app because I've got an ELEMNT Bolt. So for me, it was really easy to set up, but for somebody coming new to the platform, I can see it might be a bit different. But essentially, you set everything up on your smartphone and then it's all ready to go. The technology isn't really there to like adjust and adapt on the watch. And I think that makes it better. It's a bit more simple, but you know, fewer things to go wrong. And it seems to be all good so far. So my heart rate's picking up. I've already set my running stuff up. I've tried to figure out what the buttons do. Let's get out and do a run, shall we, and see how this goes. Great motivation to get out for a lunchtime run. Change my mind. I think it's definitely lighter than the 920. Feels like I'm not wearing anything. Ooh. The display is really, really clear. Looks like a dark background with the writing in white, whereas my Garmin was white background with the lettering in black. So it might be individual, might be universal. Who knows? Seems to be okay so far. I've not actually changed any of the screen settings from what it was out of the box. I've got lap pace, time, distance. It's pretty sensible, isn't it? Flicking through the options on the menu, there's so many more things it can do as well. Particularly for treadmill running. Like at the minute, I use my watch and the Garmin heart rate monitor to use as like a gyroscope to calculate distance, whereas this does it all in one. And you can use this as a heart rate and speed sensor to a laptop as well, so you're not going to mess around with a foot pad or anything. And that for me that's game changing. Just gonna get run over it because I'm gonna faff around, putting something on your shoe, changing trainers, syncing something else, testing the distance. Oh, it's just effort, isn't it? So yeah. Anyway, I've got half an hour to run, so it's also raining, so I'm gonna count it. Shut up! So I'm gonna count it as a swim as well. I don't know why, but having this new watch making me run faster, I don't for a second mean that I'm any better. I just mean like, I'm excited. It's making me run a bit harder than I should do. But anyway, I've just had to flick through the screens. Seems pretty easy to follow. My heart rate was sky high, which it might have been, but I've just tightened it one hole and it's come down to about 20 beats a minute. So maybe the optical sensor was struggling with it not being tight against my skin, but now I've done that to be honest, a comfier position anyway. Feels okay and it's reading a bit better, so like more where I'd expect it to be. Colour screen, I'm flicking through the pages, shows you elevation up to what you've done so far. Yeah, all good so far. I think I know which point it is to stop it, but we'll test that when we get to the end. Oh, it's raining, man. You better be grateful for this. There we go, run done and dusted. You probably can't see it. I'll do this better in another video, but the screen is so visible. So my own training is 4 miles done, just steady, half an hour. This is a real good bit of kit. I feel like this is like a first impression. It's not really a review. Obviously, I've just worn it one time. I'm not going to stand here and say this thing's excellent when I haven't used it very much. But I hope to, in the next 2 or 3 weeks, you know, test it in running, cycling, potentially swimming, and come back to you with a more detailed review. I'm going to use it on the bike tonight and use it as a heart rate sensor projection, because as if you've been following my live streams the last couple of weeks, I'm having a few issues with heart rate monitors. I'm not sure what the issue is, whether it's the tech, whether it's a connection or whatever, but testing something different should be able to help me narrow those down. So time to get wetter in the shower and then drier. I'll see you this evening for a bike ride. So good evening. Liz just said to me, Daniel, I need your advice. And I was like, about what? Thinking, like, the job? Is it like family? Like, what's going off? Liz, what do you need my advice about?
If we need 2 pictures up here or 1.
Okay.
This is 2.
So I said I'd ask the vlog. That's 2. And also, this is like day 3 of Liz wearing a dressing gown. I know. I've talked to her about this. Yeah. You can get dressed up. Yeah.
Or 1.
Show us 2 again. What? Did they have to go that way around?
Yeah. That's the vote.
Okay. Do you want to show us what the pictures are?
Yeah.
That was scary as hell, wasn't it? Yep. Oh, God, I look sick. Look at them tanned legs. Fake tan, didn't I? I'll cover more about these pictures on another video, but yeah, 2 pictures up or 1. There's a thumbnail there, isn't it? Let's get on the bike. So, before we get into the bike workout, I just want to say, if you are interested in any Wahoo products, and you want to support my channel, I know you don't have to give me any money, I do have a Wahoo affiliate link, which is in the description down below. Basically, it doesn't cost you anything else, but if you follow that link and buy something from Wahoo, I get like a small commission from it. I've never done this before. I've not been in the affiliate scheme before, but it was just brought to my attention that it could be worthwhile doing. You know, I talk about products, you guys buy them, and I'm never standing here trying to sell stuff, but if you're gonna buy stuff anyway, like, I might as well take that money and pump it into the channel somehow. So yeah, links down below. Feel free to check out some Wahoo stuff. If you want to spend 20 grand on Wahoo stuff and help me out, that'd be great, but alternatively, every little helps. So, bike session, I am on the bike, obviously. The session tonight is 3 times 10 minutes sweet spot, starting at a normal cadence, then every 2 minutes the cadence getting slower, so it's like big gear sweet spot. If you watch my live streams of the last couple of weeks, I've had various heart rate monitor issues. Not sure if it's me or the device or whatever. Anyway, I'm using the watch to broadcast heart rate. You simply just go to settings and turn on broadcast heart rate. It says there, heart rate broadcasting. I just come up on my Zwift screen as a heart rate sensor, and about 70 beats a minute seems about accurate. So I'm stood around talking. So let's see how it goes during the workout, shall we? Let's get cracking. So I'm just doing my warm up. Heart rate's working fine. I've put my sensor right next to the handlebar. There's only a USB extension to the laptop, so there's no reason why I shouldn't be transmitting the Zwift right next to it. So maybe that was the issue, because I used to have it on the floor, but who knows. Obviously when the new setup comes, it will hopefully all be on Bluetooth. It should be pretty reliable, it should be. There's the session anyway. Warm up, ramps up in the wall, 3 times 10 minutes, broken into 2 minutes. Let's go. Oh, session done, that was hard. I didn't think it was going to be that hard, to be honest. Only half an hour at sweet spot, but when it's sunk in that doing half an hour at sweet spot, that is quite difficult. The hardest bit was probably the first 2 minutes doing 95 RPM. I'm most comfortable around 80 to 85. So 8 minutes in, when it went down to like 80 RPM, it actually felt okay. And the last 2 minutes at 75, that was a bit of a grind, but not too bad. Gold stars throughout, thank you very much. My coach James at Rideharder, I expect a massive thank you and well done on Training Peaks. Perhaps Athlete of the Month, who knows. Yeah, anyway, time to warm down, shower and tea. The day's not over yet. Got to put a shift in here, so DIY Dan coming right up. Shall I do a bit of a summary of the watch first impressions? 10 out of 10. I mean, coming from an older watch, it's always going to be a lot better, isn't it? But genuinely, really chuffed with it so far. So I'm going to use it for the next 3 or 4 weeks, use it, you know, intensively, or as intensive as I can, and then do like a proper review. I'm not going to try and claim this is a review now when I've worn it once for a run and used it to project a heart rate. That's really not a test, is it? So let's give it a good road test and I'll talk to you more about it in a few weeks. Right, a miracle has happened. Liz has got dressed. Thank you, Liz. Dressed up for the occasion. What are you doing tonight?
Clothes on. Painting.
More specifically, what is your actual role in this on this Friday evening?
The most rubbish role ever. I'm the one that's got to go around the bottom and round the edge of the light switch, etc.
Which is called?
can't remember.
It's called cutting in, come on. So you got to go around the edges, in the corners as well, around the light switches, around basically anywhere where I can't get a roller. Yeah? So because it's fresh plastic, you have to do what's called a mist coat. So I've made up, what is there, 3 parts paint, 1 part water. Yeah, there you go. Oh, perfect. So I'm going to get rolling the big bits, and especially the ceiling, and Liz is going to get cutting in, and let's get this done and dusted. Oh, get some, go to slow-mo.
How did you do that?
I feel like all the footage from in the garage earlier on is flickery because I had the shutter speed set wrong. Apologies if it was, but I need to sort these lights out. I think I need to change the tubes. If anyone's got any tips, let me know down below. So that is it for this evening's work. So I've actually got around the garage twice, mainly because I made far too much paint rather than actually having time to do 2 coats or wanting to do 2 coats. But it was still like the watered down coat, so it's not covered it fully, but I'm hoping that maybe I might get away with 1 proper coat now. That might be enough. If I have to do 2, it's not the end of the world, but I have got another like 30 litres of paint. That was a good choice. So we will see how it goes tomorrow. I don't want to do this. I want to be training, I want to be resting, I want to be sitting watching TV with Liz. She did one ages ago because she did the cutting in bit and then did one, left me to it. Even though I bought her own roller, she didn't want to use it. She went. I don't want to be doing this. I want to be training and enjoying myself. However, I just think sometimes you've got to put a shift in, and like I'm just going to try and smash it this weekend, get it done, so that then I feel happier training in a better training room, and so does Liz, because she's not been doing any indoor cycling for like weeks because she doesn't want to come in a grotty garage. I sort of push past that because I know I've got to train, whereas she trains more for enjoyment, so if she's not going to enjoy it, then she doesn't train. So the plan is to get as far ahead with this as we can this weekend, so I'll keep you up to date over the next couple of days, but you can't wait for that. What vlog do you get? Running, new tech, bike session and painting. TriathlonDan, exactly. So thank you very much for bearing with me throughout this time of whatever video. I do appreciate it. That's it for today's video. So if you haven't already though, do click that subscribe button down below because it does help me in some way, I think. I'll see you tomorrow at 4 PM. See you later.